What's up, sports bettors? I got a parlay with two legs. One NBA bet for Thursday, and then I have one NFL pick for Sunday. So let's go ahead and let's go through it. And as I always say, I'm just following the value, right? Like in this YouTube channel, I'm literally just showing you things that I bet. So for example, today I gave out a few picks on YouTube. Some won, some lost. It's not always a winning day, but today was a pretty good day. We had Drexel minus 6.5. That cashed, right? I'm riding with you guys on all of these plays, simply showing you bets with an edge. So the goal of this YouTube is, of course, not only to give you winning picks, but also to kind of explain to you the strategies that pros use, sharp bettors use to make money sports betting consistently. And ultimately, it boils down to finding value. That's what you need to realize, right? In the same way an investor may decide, hey, they're always looking for value. They're not getting ripped off. It's the same thing in sports betting. You're always looking for value. You're following the value. So for example, the first play I'm on is in the Bears-Packers game. I ended up taking as the first leg in my parlay the Bears money line. I got this at plus 180 on Betway Sportsbook. So you can see that, depending on what state you're in, you'll see different sports books. But Betway has slightly different odds in Iowa, Arizona, and then I think this is for Canada. So you can see here in Iowa, they're giving you way worse odds on the Bears than they're giving you in Arizona. Plus 155 versus plus 180, right? Pretty crazy. And again, the very basic concept of sports betting that you need to understand is how to make money. And before you understand how you can make money, you need to understand how the sportsbooks try to make money off you, which is by charging the vig, right? Sportsbooks charge a spread. They're like car dealers. They charge a spread. It's called the vig. So you got to think about this a bit, but you can see Bet Online. They're saying, hey, you can bet $100 on the Bears to win 165. But if you want to bet on the Packers, you have to bet 190 to win back 100. So because these numbers aren't equal, there's a spread, right? Plus 165, you're betting 100 to win 165 versus betting 190 to win 100 on equal and opposite outcomes. So that, $25 spread is the sportsbook's profit margin. So you may be thinking, okay, if the sportsbooks are charging a spread, why can I make money? How can I make money if the sportsbooks are charging the vig, charging that spread? And the reason is because all these sportsbooks have different odds, right? So you can see here, 10 bets only giving us plus 155 on the Bears. 888 Sport plus 168. Action 24/7 plus 160. So all these sportsbooks are essentially, independent data points of where the line should be set. So what you want to do is ruthlessly treat every book as an independent, essentially source of truth, an independent market telling you where the line should be set, and you want to hunt for value. So kind of looking through the market, it becomes pretty clear that most books are around plus 155, plus 160, and we're getting plus 180 on Betway. This is clearly a play that beats the vig, beats the juice, and it's actually a positive EV bet with a 2.48% profit margin. Right? So again, the way that OddsJam works is pretty simple. It just updates millions of sportsbook odds kind of in real time. And then it's free to browse odds, right? You can browse odds always for free. Any game you want to look at, any sport, real-time odds, millions of odds updating in real time. It's completely free to check out the odds on OddsJam. So if you want to check out the odds for the Steelers-Falcons game, which looks to be a very competitive game, you can do that. Go ahead, have fun. But anyways, let's continue to go through it. This game's actually pretty interesting. You can see it's very divided, which, some sportsbooks have the Steelers favored, some have the Falcons favored. But anyways, let's get back to it. So this is the first play I'm on, 2.48% profit margin. And you can see here that, the no vig odds, as it's called, right here, is going to be plus 173. So I say this all the time, but a lot of people don't understand, why are you placing bets at plus money? The Bears are the underdogs. they're more likely to lose. Why are you placing the bet? And the thing is sports is it's kind of like a probability distribution. Even underdogs win every single day in sports. A lot of these plays I'm putting on, you'll see a lot of underdogs that we're betting on. Granted, we bet on favorites too, so it looks like it logged me out of Caesars. But we place parlays. Once you understand the strategy, the math, how these sports books work, they're your enemy. You want to understand them inside and out. You shouldn't be placing parlays if you don't understand how parlay odds work and how you can get an edge in your parlays, right? You shouldn't be betting on sports if you don't understand how the sports books try to make money off you. You don't go to war, in other words, try to make serious money off the sports books if you don't understand what they're doing to you, how they're trying to make money off you, which is always just charging the spread, right? Every single sports book, you'll see it. There's a spread. BetMGM has 35-point spread. FanDuel, 32-point spread. DraftKings, 25-point spread. So some of these sports books charge bigger spreads than others, but the point is clear. They all charge a spread. So we treat every book as an independent source of where the line should be set, and we look for value. In Bears plus 180, just the bet in bold with a circle around it, just filtering for the sports books I use in Arizona, is the first play we want to be on. Right? And again, a lot of people will say, oh, this is plus money, it's likely to lose. And the answer is yes, it is likely to lose. If you go to an odds converter calculator, this I think is a good way to think about it, is when you're betting at plus 200 odds, or we can put in minus 200, when you're betting at minus 200, like if a team is a minus 200 favorite in the NBA, that means they're 2-1 to win. They're winning 2 out of 3 times, or 66.67% of the time. So when you're betting at minus 200, betting 200 to win back 100, you need to win 2 out of 3 bets to break even, right? You're betting 200 to win 100 in profit, so you have to win 2 bets for every single bet that you lose. So you have to go 2 for 3, right? Whereas when you're betting at plus 200 odds, you only need to win 33.33% of your plays, because you're betting 100 to win 200 in profit, so you only need to win 1 out of 3, right? You can lose 100, win 200 in profit. So essentially, sportsbooks imply win probabilities, through their odds. When a team is a bigger underdog, they're less likely to win. So the fact that the no vig odds, if you remove the juice from the entire sports betting market based on, certain sports books are sharper, like Bet Online and Pinnacle, then what you're going to notice is the no vig odds is 173.23, which gives the Bears a 36.6% win probability, which you see right here, right? That's the win probability for the Bears. Then the next play I have is the Mavs. I'm on the Mavs minus 7.5. So this is a 2-leg parlay I'm on, which you can see right here. $100 plus 474 odds, Mavs minus 7.5, Bears plus 180, right? And here, again, the value is extremely clear. This play looks great to every single sportsbook. Every sportsbook basically has this minus 110. So the no vig odds, if you went to a no vig fair odds calculator, right, when the sportsbook's giving you the same odds on, Mavs minus 7.5 and then Pistons plus 7.5, it means that, if the sportsbook's giving you the same odds, there's no juice in either direction. These are equal and opposite outcomes. They're both 50% to occur. So the fair odds, or the no vig odds, would be plus 100. We're getting plus 105. So this play is positive EV. It looks great, right? We're getting value to the no vig odds of these first 5 sports books. The Betfair exchange is roughly similar. Bet Online, they have the Mavericks minus 7.5 favored, and we're getting it plus 105 in our parlay. Right? BetUS has the Mavs minus 7.5 favored, minus 120. We're getting it plus 105. So you can go through the market, and it's very clear that Betway is asleep at the wheel. And it doesn't matter if you straight bet this, include it in your parlay, whatever. the profit margin of my parlay is $6 for a $100 bet, right? So I say this all the time, like my goal as a sharp bettor, and I added this to my sheet where I'm tracking profit and loss. We're currently up, let's take a look real quick. That's not right. So we should be up like 50K. I'm not sure if I typed in or fat fingered a number or something like that. We'll have to see. Yeah, I did. So this is just, we're down 250. Let's see if that fixes it. So we're up 47.657K after, the 5 bets that settled today. And, we had one player prop from yesterday that I had to grade. So not particularly bad, just from YouTube videos. And hopefully you guys are able to tail this parlay. I added it to the sheet. We went through the math very briefly. We have more videos on parlay betting strategy, parlay math. And feel free to comment with any questions.